hour.
Yes. Made it.
Made it. Antisocial experience number 203.
3 trips.
You can't touch this.
MC Hammer.
That is what you would be inclined to think.
I'm gonna think it regardless.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean,
you can't get away from that title.
No.
Do you remember the Hammer pants?
Dude, I remember. I'd still buy them if they were available.
Dude, I had a pair.
Me too. 2 of them.
Like, how hot was that shit? Did everybody have them?
Like, seriously, dude, and the shit's cuffed off at the bottom like you're a fucking paratrooper. Like, how hot was it? Like, dude, you had to be sweating balls in those things. I don't remember, but I'm just assuming.
Yeah, I can't remember them either myself. I just know they were big. And they weren't real Hammer pants. They were some cheap imitation that you could get
Same here, yeah.
from whatever store.
Hammer had, like, vinyl, motherfucker. Like, you know, please, Hammer, don't hurt him, you know?
Oh, moving on. Took a little break. Obviously, didn't die. Little break. I do have some stuff to show. Let me get this mic in the proper area. Hope that didn't cause any static. On the main webpage, antisocialexperience.com, if you've never been there before, you can scroll down on whatever platform you happen to be on, whether you're on an iPhone, Android, or on computer, and just a couple of the main apps, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and then Spotify, iHeartRadio, a few places where you can listen to us in your ear rather than have to be assaulted with your eyes. Mm-hmm. We'll assault your ears rather than assaulting your eyes.
Yeah, don't use pepper either.
Don't use pepper. Assault. Funny boy. But yeah, that's a little change I threw up on the website and then got rid of the mixer that was there for years.
That everybody loved so much.
Nobody loved that.
No, everybody hated it.
But, I mean, mixers kind of go with podcasting. I should have ditched it at the point where I quit using an actual mixer board in studio. Even though I still sort of use one, what we record on doesn't resemble a mixing board.
No, it doesn't look like that whatsoever.
But, yeah, that's just a few changes. Obviously, the other social media links are still there. Whether you want your eyes assaulted or your ears, we're available both ways.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Or insulted.
Yeah, insulted. Moving on. Joe Rogan. Big entertainer, big with podcasting. Not the first podcaster,
but the biggest.
Probably one of the biggest in the world.
He's got to be the biggest, man.
I mean, there's some other people that make buku money.
Yeah, but he's Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I mean, but regardless, being that popular, he didn't start out podcasting.
No. He was like, what, Ripley's Believe It or Not or something?
Fear Factor.
Actually, that's what it was.
Yeah, Fear Factor.
Dean Cain was Ripley's.
Okay. He had News Radio was another show that he was on.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
And I think there was some baseball show.
Oh.
Maybe he did a pilot or a few episodes before that. Or I'm not sure. It might have been after News. I don't know. But and then stand-up comedy. So he came into podcasting with a following already. And didn't just do audio, but started with video. Mm-hmm. And terrible. I mean, basically webcam showing him and his guest all on the same view, and went through many learned live on the air over the years. Like what hardware worked, what didn't. Luckily, he had somebody there that knew tech, helping all along.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Awesome producer in the background, doing what they do. But even somebody that popular, it's still not untouchable.
No, nobody's untouchable.
Not in today's online world.
No way, man. One slip up.
I think, who's the only person you really can't cancel? Can the president be canceled on Twitter?
Fuck yeah, he can.
Did he get canceled?
Yeah, he did.
At a certain point?
Yes, he did.
They're like, shut up?
Yep. After that whole, when they stormed the White House.
Oh.
Yeah, they shut him down, dude, day after. I believe it's day after.
But then they let him back on.
No, I don't think he's still on there. I think he's banned for life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Damn. Okay, so even if you're the leader of a nation.
Yeah, no one's untouchable.
This little show is.
Well.
We're going to be the first.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not willing to try that.
But no, like 70-ish 70 some odd episodes of hers were pulled down from the Spotify catalog. Believe it or not, there's a website that called JRE Missing that tracks removed episodes.
No shit.
And like when they were pulled down, yeah. And this just happened not long ago. Damn. Excuse me. A video was made of him taken out of context using the N-word the few times that he did it over the years on his show. Not the major problem, but it did piss off some artists. He apologized for it, and he said even though the video was out of context, it still looked horribly bad in context. Like, I think either way, out of context or in context, apologized for doing that. Other than that, I think it had something to do with, I didn't dig too deep into the article, but spreading misinformation. Like, I don't, have you ever followed Rogan's show?
No. I don't really care for him, to be honest.
He's had some characters on over the years. I mean, he had one guest on that said AIDS wasn't a thing. It was all how you were living, and...
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, as crazy as that sounds. Another person he had on, like he had somebody talking about, how do I want to say it? Basically misinformation about corona and the vaccines. And it's like, if you're a celebrity and you have different guests on, at what point do you draw the line? Because you would have to want to, I get having different ideas, right?
Right.
But at what point do you draw the line of, I'm not going to have this person on, their ideas are too radical? Because, I mean, he's had everybody on. Sargon Abakad, Milo Yiannopoulos. Who's the guy from Canada? Oh, I can't remember his name.
Bryan Adams.
Not Bryan Adams.
Oh.
But just all these people with just different lines of thinking and, different social statuses. Like, as far as entertainment's concerned, and people that have been banned from other platforms. Like, it's good to give them a platform, but at what point do you draw a line?
Right.
Like, I wouldn't want to, even though I've probably done it myself, probably guilty of it, spreading some sort of small bit of misinformation, or not accurate info. Where do you draw a line? If that's the basis of your show, having celebrities, having other influencers, other people on, no matter, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what side they happen to choose politically, socially, I think it would be tough to moderate.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
I mean, it's not something we've had to deal with personally on this show. It really is not. With the few guests that we've had, But I couldn't imagine being watched by, however many people, plus how many hundreds of thousands of downloads monthly. Like, that's some big pressure.
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever want to be famous.
To that extent?
To any extent, really.
I mean, imagine, and just imagine coming out of your house at 4 a.m, whatever, you're trying to get on with your day, get started, and flashes are going off.
No way, man. I would loon the fuck out.
Yeah,
dude, I would kill him. I would straight up kill him. Like, I would loon.
You'd be the top of the headlines always.
Dude, I would, yeah.
I'd be able to follow your story by looking at the news. Jimmy's doing good. He's still assaulting photographers.
Yeah, just punched another one in the face. Like,
all right, let's go bail him out.
Yeah, again.
Again.
No, like 19 times now.
Second time this week, and it's Tuesday.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what's tomorrow. Like, fuck, dude, that'd be so annoying though. Like, I watched things on Michael Jordan and stuff back in the 90s. Like, can you imagine being him? He was the biggest superstar in the world. Okay.
At that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, he couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't go to a different fucking country and walk around, man. Like, that's insane.
And not only that, let's go very niche, however,
whatever. Yeah.
Argue it in the comments what the proper language is, or proper
use whatever you want.
pronunciation of that word.
Yeah.
let's bring up a show that I personally listened to since its beginning. I was hyped when it came out and heard about it, have listened to it from basically, I don't want to say day one, but I think they were on the second or third episode when I caught on to it. So, I had a back catalog of a whole 2 episodes to catch up on. Tell them Steve Dave. Awesome show. I've even talked about topics on here, and then they've talked about it on a later episode, and then talked about stuff, and then listened to their show, and like, we talked about the same thing, but it was in the news. Popular People, Comic Book Men was a show. Friends of Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
They played in his movies over the years. The name for the podcast comes from the actual movie Mallrats.
That's right. Tell him Steve Dave.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the whole scene.
Walt Flanagan.
Yeah, and the whole basis, and Brian Johnson, the whole basis of the show, like, he goes on a rant, and that's how they end it, usually with Walt or somebody saying that. Great show. Very, very, not, there's still celebrities still in the spotlight, but even them, they've talked about it with, like, being out eating somewhere, trying, with their significant other, with their family, kids, trying to eat, and just, like, people wanting pictures or wanting to talk, and it's like, I'm eating right now. Like, let me finish. I'd be happy to do it. Let me finish what I'm doing. Trying to accommodate.
Yeah.
And, I think most people would be decent in that situation, but just from some of the stories I've even heard from them and other people, like, could you imagine you're trying to sit and eat and people wanting a photo or wanting a selfie with you?
I did it to Joey Cape.
Hey, man.
He sat with us all fairness, him and Fat Mike's wife, or ex-wife, Erin, they sat with Jared and I at the table. So, like, he was at the same table as us, you know what I mean? So it was like,
Right.
So, yeah, I was kind of like, hey, dude.
But somebody at your own table asking for it. But openly, what you happen to be somewhere and you walk in to go get something to eat, or you see somebody in there and you're like, oh, you're not even in the establishment and going in and asking for a photo while they're in the middle there. Come on, man.
Yeah, that sucks.
Wait till they're done. Let them finish what they're doing with their family, friends, free time. They've obviously any level, okay. And this is my small experience with a social platform. Any level of being a celebrity or any type of influencer takes a lot of damn work. Why are you gonna bug them in their free time when they're eating? Like, let them finish that meal. Try and catch them when they're done with that. Don't run in. But that's just my thought. I don't. I can't pin the whole world on thinking like me.
That's unfortunate.
Even though they should do
exactly.
Do it now.
They'd be probably better off.
Probably not.
I don't know.
That's a bad road to think on, man.
Yeah, you're a decent human, man.
But no, it's like, just imagine if we had 70 episodes pulled down for misinformation.
It'd be like almost half.
Yeah, dude, that would be cutting into a significant portion of the catalog. Now, granted, we're not up in, I don't even know how many is out, 15, 1,700 episodes.
Holy fuck, really? He does that many?
Yeah. He was usually 2 to 3 days a week.
Jesus Christ.
For the whole, yeah.
Dude, that'd be annoying. I couldn't do it.
2 to 3 days a week.
No fucking
2
way.
to 3 episodes a week. And like 2, 3, 4 hours long.
Yeah, no way. No way.
But what if it's creating revenue, creating an income to the point of that's all you have to do?
But like, I don't think you have fun at it anymore.
I don't know if you really like talking, really like hearing your own voice and other people's voices in headphones, possibly. Possibility, maybe.
And like, I do like talking, but I don't like talking like
that much.
Or necessarily like this. Like, everybody's like, oh, you love to talk, you fuck, blah, blah, blah. I like to talk when I'm like in a room full of people, and I'm just bouncing off people because I can say what I want to say and I can move on to the next person. You know what I mean? Like, I can't hold conversations with the same person for that. Like, I don't care.
No. And even here, I mean, there's days where we can talk, and there's other days where it's like, even if we put down some bullet points, it's still, even though it's fun and it's an unwind time, it can still seem like work.
For sure. For sure.
So yeah, I don't know how some bigger platforms do it, man.
Speaking of doing, that Fat Mike's podcast is pretty good, man. I listened
The
to
new one,
Yeah,
Fat Mike's
yeah,
Fat Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who all out there listening in our audience is going to be into the punk rock world or people from it.
Yeah, I just don't do podcasts that much. I don't listen to very many.
Yeah,
And
but
it's good. He's funny though. Like, you know what I mean? He's always been funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean they banned and they haven't done shows because of death threats and other stuff. How many years in a row for the funny shit they say on stage?
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
I mean, I think that's a good crown to take home. Could be.
They're funny as fuck, man.
Jordan Peterson was the other guy. I just remembered his name.
Oh, I don't even know who that
He's
is.
a pretty controversial person as far as his way of thought and that, depending which side of that line you fall on. That's another guest Rogan's had on.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can't imagine having to moderate your guests to a certain point. And it's not like... Thank you. And whatever notification that was, I appreciate it.
And that one too.
Somebody double dinged it, man.
Yeah, that's oh, holy shit, dude.
That's a triple ringer, dude.
Yeah.
Triple ringer. We're gonna mute this shit right now. Oh my god.
Dude, that's at the point where I say F this person. They don't even get answered now.
No, it's auto notifications. It's just Instagram, other dumb shit coming in. Yeah, moderating your content or your guests. Because say you've never had anything pulled down. Say you haven't experienced that yet where somebody found something you've done offensive. Even if it's not offensive to the rest of the world, it's offensive to this person that has a platform.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you got to reevaluate everything that you've ever done and what you're going to do going forward.
Yeah, I've only had to do that a few times.
Like, man.
It sucks.
I don't know. What do we do with this offensive ass show? Keep it rolling?
I mean, we will anyway.
Slow boat will sail on.
That's what I feel like today.
Dude, I want to show off them new buttons again. I don't need to talk about it, but I got to get them on screen. They're right.
I can totally put that on a t-shirt. I'm putting it on a t-shirt.
You know, we're gonna look dumb on a shirt, especially when we wear our own shirts.
We're not gonna wear them.
Should we do that? No, I think we should do that. Isn't that a cliche thing, wearing your own shirt?
Yeah, dude, I'm like very against it. Like,
Let's do it.
You've never seen.
I say we do it.
You've never seen me in a Morning Buzz shirt. You never will.
I say full send, dude.
I don't even have a Morning Buzz shirt. How's that? Like,
You gotta wear your own apparel.
No way, man. Not like my own show. Like if it was my own apparel, like my own clothing line, that's different to me. Like if I'm pushing a clothing line, like my own like new brand and stuff, yes. But my fucking band or like my podcast, I can't like wear my own shit.
But what if you're trying to market that to your audience? You want your audience to buy that stuff. You tell them about it and show like a sizzler reel of other people wearing it.
Yeah, that's
hire a couple models,
or like I'll send a couple out to certain people. You know what I mean? So
like here, wear these.
Yeah, or wear them on stage or something. Like
yeah, next time you're on stage, next time you do a live stream, wear this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you look like a lame ass doing it, man. If you're wearing your own shit, like here I am, it was my show. You know, like fuck that, man. That's not cool.
Not just my show. Here's my face. Here's my co-host face.
Yeah. Here's our faces. This is what we do. Like,
whatever.
I get it.
You know what? When we get them printed, I'll wear one. I'll be the sacrifice on that one.
I'd like I have a Morning Buzz hoodie I wear like around the house.
Thanks for being honest.
I do. But like I won't leave the house with it on because I don't look like a douche.
Dude, I mean, how many stickers are out there locally? Is there a couple?
Not like 3.
I've seen at least 2.
Oh, really?
I mean, one of them's on my family car.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, there's shirts in 5 different countries, though.
That's
pretty
an
cool.
accomplishment, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I gotta grab a cord for my phone. Oh, just gotta charge up here, people. But no, I can't imagine having that level of popularity
No, did you hear that interview I did on another podcast? Did you ever listen to that?
No, I started it, and a call came in, and I had to, like, that was when I the legit started the show. A call came in from this work where we're at now, so I had some stuff to take care of, and then you had gotten a hold of me, and I'm like, I'm gonna let all this blow over, get this shit done, and then go back to it. So it'll be in my ear at least while I'm driving tonight, delivering, or tomorrow.
Gosh, it's funny because he brings up podcasting, you know what I mean? We talk about podcasting and stuff, and he's like, well, don't you feel like, you know, in a sense, like if you miss a week or whatever, and I was just like, no, like everything he was very adamant about, like I got to put this episode out. I feel that way, but to an extent of this is still a hobby. Like when this becomes financially, part of my income, like, a significant part, yeah, I would definitely, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we can't drop this first, but like when it's still a hobby, like there's got to be something you got to cut sometimes, and it is what it is. But he was, our opinions were, and he's like telling me about how he, gets ready and sending out all these emails and stuff. And he's like, well, how do you do it? I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm like, I'll find somebody and like message him on Saturday and be like, hey, you want to come on a podcast Tuesday? And they're just like, yeah, cool. And he's just like, so you just kind of go in winging everything. And I'm like, yes.
Yep. Swinging blindly at the pinata.
Yep. Yeah. And it works out, like.
But like you said, it at a certain point, it is a hobby, largely.
And I enjoy it, and I hate missing episodes, and like the last couple of weeks, I didn't have any, but it was not.
We've done nothing for at least 2 weeks,
3 weeks, but it's not my fault either. I had 2 weeks straight where I had the band that wouldn't come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just and I tried. I put I think 7 hours into nothing.
I'm just saying, as far as a team and stuff that we do together.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's that or this,
it's
been
2 weeks easy.
2 weeks, but 3 weeks total
Yeah.
of not doing a damn thing, basically.
Nope. That's a lot of time.
Yeah. I mean, I was sick for part of it.
Oh yeah, man. I was sick for part of it, dude. I got sick too. Like,
and it just.
Yeah, and everything. You know what I mean? Everything else just fucking snowballs, and it's just. It is what it is.
Such is life,
Mm-hmm.
And
it's gonna get like that.
At least this life.
Yeah, it's gonna get like that, man.
And call us lazy, call us slackers for taking a little time. And we didn't even really announce anything, but we come down here through some crazy ass storms.
Oh my god, yeah.
Week in, week out.
Dude, last time we were here was a crazy ass storm. Remember?
Yeah.
It was right when that fucking big snowstorm started.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it was like 2 hours in by the time we got out of here.
Yeah, but it wasn't the ice storm. It was a snowstorm.
Yeah, it was bad though.
Yeah, I drove that night. Drove through it.
Yeah, that ice storm was bad, dude.
The roads were crazy. I even recorded video and sent to a few people like, this is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's fucking wild, dude.
I had to mount up on my dash holding the camera. They're holding my phone, just hit record on it, so it's some decent video.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I mean.
You should see me climbing the hill of the country club in my car. My boss gets to the top the next day and he's like, how the fuck did you get up here? I was like, in my car.
It's a Honda, dude. That thing will climb anything.
And I was like, in my car.
I've had quite a few Civics and an Accord, and they were just
badass. I love the little guy.
Tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Like anybody that's not local to here, you can look on a map and find it. Look on Google Earth. You'll find it, but you're not going to know the scale. But maybe you have hills like this in your town. Some of the hills in Altoona, like it's just it's street level.
Yeah.
And
Justin Burkett lives on like one of those hills, man, from the Snipped. Yeah, like it's.
Yeah, like Hondas will legit climb one of those with snow covering on it.
Yeah.
If you take your time getting into it, and if you go into it spinning, you're gonna get part way up, and you're just gonna spin going backwards. But if you ease into it and just go at it, you'll walk right up it.
Burkett has to park his car on the opposite side of his house because like cars will slide down this hill into his fucking car. You know,
that's the way the hill goes.
Yeah, dude. Like it sucks. Like it sucks, man.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine living on, one of them curves.
I know. Dude,
where
it's
40, 45, 50, and it's a curve, and your house is right on the curve.
Dude, I had three cars total. 3 while I was sleeping.
Just because they were parked there.
Because there was a bar across the street, and where they were parked. People just fucked up and hit a slam into them. 3 fucking cars, man. In 5 years.
That's bananas, dude.
Yeah, it was a bunch of monkeys.
I don't know. I think, and also on the other hand, when you are a smaller show and you're trying to grow your platform, as you get more people following it, there's a definite need to, you got to be responsible for what you're putting out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, I'm not saying you can just release content and don't think about it, just full send, put complete shit out there. That's never a message I would want to spread. Definitely. You know, and I hate when I see other people do it, whether they're unaware and just with the bit of information they're putting out there. And that's what, you can start wars in comment sections if you want to.
Oh, fuck yeah.
About certain things. I always choose the opposite. You know, I just fall back, shut up, and it's like, you know what? I don't need to bring this up because I'm not the only person that knows that was wrong. And guaranteed almost every time somebody will always bring up whatever and call out, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Call out somebody when they need called out. I'm not that guy that calls people out.
I am, but like in person.
Yeah, man, doing it with a keyboard. But I mean,
the keyboard's not my style.
if you're talking online social platforms, that's kind of, you got to interact with a touchscreen keyboard, something.
Mm-hmm. Fucking social media.
Yeah, one of the worst things, but one of the best things too. I mean,
Yeah.
how else can you get news minutes after it happens?
How else can you get business from around the world? Like,
Right.
You know, like.
Right. And market that business too.
Right. Like, but at the same time, man, it'll drive you fucking nuts. Like, it will drive you nuts. Like,
Yeah, that's one lesson. Obviously, you know, there's many pitfalls, many walls you can slam into when trying to do anything, whether it is comparing yourself to other shows, wanting to get better and better gear. That, you know, obviously, I mean, I'm that idiot. I'm the idiot that would build a full-on studio if I had the funds, but I'm not. You know,
yeah.
I don't have the money to do that right now. If I did, I would have a full-on studio for sitting talking, plus also recording instruments, whatever. You know, something that's a passion project, something I've always wanted to do. But do we need that level of stuff now? No. I don't need a soundproof, but I would be the guy to do it. But yeah, just whether it's comparing yourself to other.
Hey, dude.
Hey, we got somebody in the chat there, Mr. Chris. Maybe he was there and then he was gone. Comparing yourself to other people, trying to, you know, like, if you're just, that's another thing too. If you're just starting out, say you're just starting out a live stream, and for whatever reason, you're like, oh, I want to try this. I don't recommend going and spending thousands of dollars on gear to have all the best stuff, because if you need to resell it, you're going to take a loss on it.
You're always going to take a loss, man.
Yeah, you're probably not going to be able to return it. And yeah, I went cheap as possible when I first started this show, and slowly upgraded after, you know, like after the first year, that's when I started doing a bit of upgrading to everything, whether it was the cables, different microphones, swapped out the recorder. The little recorder that I used, the recorder that recorded this show, everything was routed through the computer and then came back out of the computer to just like a little, you know, like you hit record and talk into it to take notes or to record a lecture.
Yeah.
That's what this show was recorded on, and not even a brand name. It was cheap, made in some who knows whatever country. Plastic, you drop it once and it's gonna blow apart into 100 pieces.
Yeah, dude. But buying that screen printing equipment, fuck, I didn't even know what I was buying. You know, and like, so I just tried to go like mid grade with everything, and like here the exposure unit I even bought. Like I got it, and I'm like, then I read reviews after I bought it like an idiot. So I'm reading reviews and it's catching people's houses on fire and shit like that. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck did I buy? But dude, this exposure unit been one of the best fucking little workhorses I've ever had in my life. It's just, I can see where people screwed up putting it together and how the wiring would have got fucked up. Like I can see where, you know what I mean? When I was putting it together, like you just have to be careful what you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was lucky. But my press, you know, could have been better and stuff like that. But it wasn't also the biggest piece of shit in the world either. So
Yeah. Yeah.
which I've been using a lot more lately.
Dude, I'm super hyped that that's working out. Um, yeah, where your PC is concerned, I was just getting ready to move on to that. And especially doing this stuff where you want to route multiple cameras and possibly multiple microphones into, into one computer to get it out there. That's tough to do when it's just when you're doing something solo and you want to route one mic into a computer. Yeah, I mean that's worlds easier to do. But once you start getting multiple microphones in the same room and then people speaking into each microphone,
Fuck yeah, dude.
that's where total chaos starts to ensue. And that's where the learning curve really bumps up if you've never done it before. At least in my experience. Yeah, I try not to fall into any of those pitfalls, and I'm constantly looking at gear, me personally. Like, oh, it'd be great to have that, but it's like, gotta draw that line. It's like, do we need this?
Right.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Do I need a way for actual phone callers to call into the show? Not so much. I can hack it and make it work. But do I want an actual legit hardware? I would love to have it. Yeah. Do we need it? No.
There's a lot of equipment like that too. Like I have for the shop, but it's like, do I need it?
Nah, I'm getting by without it, man.
Yeah.
And when we have guests, we have them on remotely. Get them to jump on camera if we can. I don't know, but imagine having that bigger platform where it's, dude. I think that's where having a good team comes into play. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I'm trying to think how to say it. Like a much smaller version of that, of what I'm talking about, would be kind of like the buzz. Like you mainly deal with the booking,
right?
The face of the show. You do all that, and then all the back end stuff. I handle most of that, and I think we both try to share it.
Yeah.
To an extent, but your world's better with sharing and getting stuff noticed than I am. That's where good teamwork comes into play, I think.
Absolutely, man.
And I don't know, one man band is a good solution starting out, and once you get to a certain point, I think,
yeah.
unless you have the, I don't want to call it luxury, the commodity, or I don't know what the right word is.
I don't know.
Of being able to do it as a team.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
And it's weird because like even our team, like we were not like, hey, we're gonna do this together.
No.
It was kind of like, hey, we were thrown together by like, we got both kind of put in shitty situations. Like it was the same time, and we're like, well, you were here, I'm here, we might as well just try this or whatever. And here we are. We've put out I don't know, I would say
working on year 2.
Yeah, and like it's a decently successful show. Like
as far as I
find it, I think it's a success. I do.
Yeah,
I do.
For the little that we do, little that we put into it. Yeah, I love the little bit of time that we spend. Sometimes talking about nothing, sometimes talking about something important. But we're definitely not CNN.
No,
we're not Joe Rogan.
Not Dan Rather.
We're not trying to be though.
How about Emilio Songyo? Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, that guy. I nobody's gonna know who I'm talking about. He was a guest on The Morning Buzz with Jimmy.
Yeah, it was like one of the first ones, too.
Yeah, one of the early episodes. Phenomenal bass player from Spain.
Yeah, he played all those instruments. He plays everything.
He did every instrument on that.
Yes.
Damn,
yes,
talented.
He's insane.
So when you're looking to upgrade, just throw anybody listening into this situation and watching. When you're looking to upgrade your show, if you have a show that requires an intro and an outro, which we have one for this show, and The Morning Buzz has one also, and you get 2 intro songs where you can potentially use one as the intro, one as an outro, and you have a hard time choosing between both.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. And then you find out, oh yeah, one guy did that.
Well, dude, I asked him to do it, and I was like, no pressure, you know what I mean? Take your time. Motherfucker has it like a week. I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah.
but that's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
you sent me them, and I'm just like, I listened to both, and I'm like, if I was put in charge of this, like, I'm probably just gonna have to flip a coin because I can't really choose between one or the other for intro, outro.
Well, he was asking me which one, and I said, can I just use both? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, done deal.
Yeah, dude. solid work, Emilio. Thank you
Yeah.
for the pleasure of listening to that. If you ever hear this, yeah, man. I don't know how talented people can be out there like that and not.
I know. He's a hell of a
You know?
producer over there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. It's cool. And like we actually helped him, he said, like with getting followers to his YouTube channel and stuff like that. Like he's more popular because of us. So like that's, you know, that's cool. Everybody helps everybody. I like
That's super rad, dude.
Yeah.
I hope I have this muted. But no, just another. This was in the social medias, the YouTube news lately too. Okay, there's oh my god, let me look. I always like giving credit to the person, whether it's good or bad. But how do I want to say this? I gotta look it up. Down. A little bit of silence there. Okay, so recently Nintendo removed, I think, 3,500 or more copyright claims from Nintendo.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was a YouTuber. And basically what they did, so with a lot of Nintendo's music that's in their songs, like that you're playing on Switch or other platforms,
Yeah.
if it's a game that's been brought over from, an older platform like 64, Super, NES, SNES, whatever, if it's on Switch, basically, or say it's never made it to Switch, this person, what they did was basically made these soundtracks and music for Nintendo games available. Nintendo has no way for people to listen to it, so the only way would be like to fire up your Switch and throw it in your pocket and be letting this, this sound play. This YouTuber had this stuff uploaded, and Nintendo pulled it all down. And it's not the first time this particular YouTuber was under attack from Nintendo. But just 35, we were talking 70 episodes removed of Rogan. This person, who is, I'm going to try and pull it up. Who is the YouTube? Come on, man. I'm not turning off the ad blocker. I guess I had to, just to get this information out. 30 YouTuber Gilva Sunner, 469,000 subscribers.
Jesus Christ.
People that listened to this music that's not available anywhere. Like I said, Nintendo hasn't made it available. All this person was doing is make it so you didn't have to fire up your Switch and throw it in your pocket with a game playing that you're not even playing to listen to it. It's music. Or, find a way to make your Nintendo 64 mobile or mod it into a mobile and throw that in your pocket and play these soundtracks. Because a lot of Nintendo tracks are decent songs, man. I mean, it's good music. It's not only the games that are good, it's the music that also helps add to that level of immersion for the game. But this person, 3,500 takedowns. And it's like, damn, Nintendo, make this shit available already. If you're not going to, why not let somebody that's doing it do it? Were they making money off of it? I don't know. Possibly. I don't know if this person had monetization on their videos with that many subscribers. But let's say for a second they didn't. They weren't making any money off of it and had all them soundtracks uploaded, right? Why would you take that down when, as a company, like, at what point, if you're a company, do you have, I don't think that's an automated thing. Could you imagine paying somebody to go in and flag 3,500 plus videos?
No.
Dude, that's, but whatever. I mean, It's Nintendo's property. They own it. Kind of got to, if they don't want it on the channel,
Yeah.
don't want the person to have it there, I guess not. Anyhow, jumping on. This has been a long episode about nothing. Classic ASE. Trying to get somebody on for next week for a little chit chat. Nothing major, but good solid dude. That will be coming up. Also, don't forget, if you... How do I show this? Do I have a way to show just the screen? Do you remember if I have a button that does that?
Fuck, I don't remember my name half the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, dude. I don't think I have a way to show just the screen on this show.
I'm fucking tired, man.
It's Sunday, dude.
No, I did play a show last night for the first time in like 4 years. So like it's
Yeah, how's that? I like good time?
Oh yeah, it was a blast. They fucking place was packed. I don't know. It was cool to be on stage again.
For a guy that don't want popularity, you sure throw yourself in a lot of awkward situations where you're in front of people.
I know, and I don't know why.
How do it happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if somebody asks me to do something, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. You know what I mean? And then like I come to realize I'm like, fuck, I have to do it in front of like fucking 400 people. You know, like shit. But whatever. It is what it is.
Hey,
they support me. I got to support them.
And I heard you say you pulled the new bass out.
I did.
Dude, how did it sound?
It was fucking incredible. Like,
yeah. Fender?
Yeah. Fender P bass. Yeah. It was just, yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat that sound.
No, dude. We did good. We did good. Especially for learning all the songs 5 minutes before we went on. So I'll take it.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I get lucky. I don't know.
Like, I just, as far as like, I know bass lines are different from guitar riffs, like lead guitar and then rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
And bass line's more like, the bass and the drums are closer than anything else, right?
Yeah, it's like the backbone of the music, yeah.
Right. But you can legit learn a handful of songs right before going on.
Yeah, I did. I mean, Vinny wrote them down for me too. Like he tabbed them out for me. So like I had a quick reference. Hey, we're doing this one. So I'd look down and be like, all right, this is this. But like, he showed them to me once, and like they just stupid shit like that sticks in my head, and I don't know why. But I can't fucking remember anything I need to. But like he's like, hey, play this bass line. I'm like, oh, like I can go home and play it now. And
being a musician,
yeah, it just sticks. I don't know.
It makes sense, man. I
guess.
mean, I can understand. I picked a guitar up a few times over the years. No good, but.
I'm not either.
I can make it make sound.
Yeah, that's all I do.
That's cool. I'm glad you got out, man. Dude,
I mean, I
and had a good time at that.
Yeah, I needed to get the fuck out of here. It felt good.
I think we're gonna sign off here. Got to face that fear somehow. A very good comment.
Yeah, the fear of being popular, but then I'm just like you said, I throw myself into places where I'm just gonna end up being popular. Like that's stupid.
Okay, so we had a comment here in the chat from Chris. Anybody out there listening, watching this in the future, he says about the way I see it, if there's no money earned, there's no breach made. So if you're not earning money, you're not really hurting Nintendo, I guess, and we'll take that comment against that. Which, is it hurting Nintendo? No. And let's say this YouTuber was making revenue.
Yeah, but it might be better than theirs, and I think that's what they're worried about too.
But they're uploading.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking Nintendo.
It is. But it's also at the point of, I guess, if you don't want your shit pulled down, I guess you got to learn how to play some instruments and compose all those songs. Do covers of them.
Yep.
And they can't touch that, right?
I don't think so.
I think you can cover anything you want and have it on your channel. And
as long as you don't make money from it?
No, you can cover it. And it's not going to get pulled down because it's not. Now, if you claim it's yours, that's where another problem comes in.
I got you. Okay.
But you can cover the song, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just maybe you covered it and did it better.
Yeah.
If you have the more popular version, that's not your fault.
Yeah, I mean, look at me first and the Gimme Gimmes. They do everything better.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't heard them for a while. I might have to throw them on my phone tonight. But no. I can't imagine having a massive, massive platform where...
I don't want it.
Well, say we did grow this or the buzz, whatever, to a point where we got a lot of people following the adventure, the journey, the weekly episodes. I would think at least either of us would be smart enough that we're just not gonna spit something out
Yeah.
With
Plus, we record it so you could edit it. You know what I mean? Like,
we do this live.
oh yeah, you're not editing this.
Yeah, I can edit. It just looks dumb.
All right. And it still was said live anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really try to not, like, even when we were broadcasting back during the pandemic and we happened to talk about any of that, never dove real deep into any of it. And just because I'm not a professional on that, I shouldn't be talking about it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Chris.
Yeah. We're just two guys at mics that talk shit weekly. But thank you. Yeah, and that's another thing, man. Dude, this guy's got relevant comments. You got to face that fear about you know, jumping on stage. Like, I absolutely hate cameras. And I do a weekly live show.
I know.
It don't make sense one bit.
No, dude,
Doesn't, man. But
I can't like talk in front of people, but you better believe I can get on a stage, get on a motherfucking microphone, and I can fucking see. But I don't know. It's a different. I don't know.
different environment. Yeah. I don't know.
I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I gotta go to work. So have a good week, people. We should be back next week. Planned content means I gotta draw a thumbnail this week. I always like doing thumbnails if there's a guest or something special coming up, you know.
Yeah, that Usual Suspects one was awesome.
That was one of my favorite thumbnails.
Fuck yeah, man, that was rolled.
Although you could take that totally out of context.
Yeah.
I tried to get approval. I think I got approval from everybody in the thumbnail, except you. I mean, I'm like, you're a co-host. You don't have a choice.
You can run me in the ground. I don't care.
But no, that was one. But yeah, you could totally take that out of context. But I meant no ill will with that or any of the thumbnails out there. Anyhow, have a safe week, people. We will be back again next week with a guest, like I said, as long as the world doesn't crash and burn and the internet still survives. We'll be here.
Country boy can't survive.
Where do you get this shit, man?
I don't know.
Where do you get it?
I don't know.
All right. Have a safe one, people. We will see you. Oh, don't forget about our fancy buttons, too. I wanted to show that off.
Yeah, Benjamin Buttons.
They're right here just for reference. Whatever platform you listen on. New audio episodes publish weekly at 5 p.m. There will be nothing for this week because...
There was nothing last week.
Yeah, there wasn't a show last week, so this will be published next week.
It's the Corona special.
We'll see you soon, people. Take care.
Next time.